All right, my small business owners, do you struggle to keep track of your business receipts, not know how to organize them properly, can never find them at the end of the year, anything like that? If so, I've got a hack for you. So we've got our Canva invoice here, and we are going to save it on our computer. So we're going to save it here on our computer in a folder for our business, which we've already got. An admin folder. Inside that, add a financial folder, and inside that, 2021 receipts folder. So we're going to save all of our receipts for this year with this naming convention here. It's going to be the date, the vendor, the amount, and the description of what was purchased. So at the end of the year, we've got this whole folder we can look at to find any receipts we're looking for easily at a glance. Follow me for more small business tips by CPA. Small business receipt organization, part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, you can go back to my profile, look at that. Just explaining this naming convention up here to organize your business receipts on your computer. So the second hack I have for you guys is basically just adding on to this naming convention. So you'll see here this top one, that's the new naming convention hack. So you'll see it's just one dash added to the front, and so we're just gonna have like receipt number 1, receipt number 2, receipt number 3, etc., and I'll show you how to link those to how you're tracking your expenses. Okay, so this hack is mostly for people who are using like an Excel spreadsheet for keeping track of your business expenses. If you're using QuickBooks or FreshBooks or a software program like that, this probably isn't going to work for you, even necessary. But if you're using Excel, this is a really good hack. So this screenshot is from my small business bookkeeping template that I sell. You can go to the link in my bio to check it out. And you'll see I have this column all numbered. This is the expense tracking tab on the spreadsheet. And so every single expense that you enter will have a number associated with it. So like expense number 1, expense number 2, expense number 3, etc. Mine goes down to like 2,500 with the capability to add more rows. So you'll see expense number 1 is our Canva invoice that we talked about in the last video. So that is expense number 1, and then when you go into your documents and you add that one dash in front of your naming convention, you'll just know that this Canva invoice is your first business expense for the year. And so it's super easy this way to keep track of like which business expenses you still need to get receipts for. So you'll track them all in here, and then you could like highlight this column. Like we have the Canva invoice, so we could go ahead and highlight that like gray or something, that number 1, so then we know that we have that Canva invoice receipt already saved. We don't need to go looking for it anymore. So again, this could be used for any Excel spreadsheet if you're doing it like on paper, which you probably shouldn't be, but maybe like in Google Sheets this would work as well. And you'll see like there are rows, like Excel already has a row to the left, but I like to just create my own column for my numbers in case something needs to be 1A or 1B or something like that. So just another hack for you guys for keeping track of those pesky business receipts. Small business receipt organization, part 3. So now I want to show you guys the scanning apps that I use to scan all my physical receipts from like Hobby Lobby, Target, places like that. So I can just scan the receipt, save it in the naming conventions I showed you in part 1 and 2, and then just throw the receipt away. Gets the color gone, don't have to worry about it anymore. This one here, this scan app, this was my favorite for years. It's totally free. You get like 5 free scans a day, and you can email it straight to yourself. It's really great. And then this scanner app is another one I found on the App Store that I really liked. And then this Adobe scan is the one I'm using now. So I just got the Adobe suite like Photoshop and all that for my business. And this links directly to the Adobe Pro on your computer. So if you don't pay for Adobe, I don't think it's as useful, but if you're paying for Adobe, it is great.